canter. So we're going to do some yielding and canter. Do you want to know how you train counter canter, or you just want to see us do counter canter?
I'd like an explanation. I'm excited to see it.
Okay. Okay, so first, if you want to teach your horse to do counter canter, it's a balancing act. So you're going to start out with leg yielding off the center line. I'm going to have her do that. Explain to you. It also helps to make your horse come really through the back together. And he's gonna push with the inside thigh to the outside rein. You see? Using his little rein as he has to. And center line. And yield. And of course this horse doesn't usually do counter canter, but he certainly can. Now, you're looking at the lady I'm talking to here, you're looking at canter yield. All that is counter canter. Right? All you're doing is yielding your horse on that lead. So if you want to teach your horse counter canter, put lots of time yielding off the center line, pushing your horse to the outside rail. I think perhaps you could do that a few more times and then demonstrate the counter canter. In the second level, you have a 3-loop serpentine in counter canter. Are you riding second level?
I'm a trail rider.
Oh, you are? Oh. Now she's yielding, instead of yielding from the center line over, she's translating that into a half turn. A half circle, you see. So she's going to sit over. So the horse really knows he shouldn't throw a flying change. There's your serpentine, and there she completed the counter canter section of that serpentine. Was that what you were looking to see?
That and why?
Why? Because
What's it doing?
what does it do for the horse? It balances the horse. Okay? Because you see horses running loose and they flip. They do flying changes all over the place out in the pasture free. Which means whenever a horse starts to lose his balance, he's just going to throw a change to collect his balance. Okay, so it would be natural for the horse. In fact, if you're going to teach trying to ride second level, and you're going to do a serpentine loop with counter canter in it, your goal is to prevent your horse from throwing a flying change. Because the horse wants to throw that flying change to catch his balance. So when you do the serpentine, you're teaching that horse to balance himself on the wrong lead, because you're on the wrong lead, right? If you weren't doing counter canter, you'd say, oh, your horse is on the wrong lead. Well, in a second level, if we want to put it that way, you've got to ride your horse on the wrong lead and make him stay there. And the purpose of that is to create better balance in your horse. And you understand that horses, as I explained earlier, horses often ride with their weight on the forehand. I mean, that's how babies begin. So you're balancing that horse on the hind legs, but you're also balancing your horse laterally. You got to balance your horse this way, balance your horse that way, so that your horse eventually ends up straight and balanced back. Counter canter balances your horse laterally, you see, because you ask him to go sideways and to maintain his balance on that wrong lead. That means that when he goes to doing flying changes, you taught him to do counter canter. That means you taught him, don't go catch your balance by throwing a flying lead change just because you've lost your balance, or we're asking you to go on the wrong lead in the wrong direction. So now, when you go to approach a flying change, your horse doesn't need to throw a flying change to catch his balance. He's learned to balance on the correct lead and the wrong lead. So now he doesn't have to catch his balance. So now you're going to ask him to stay balanced and throw a flying change for the purpose of performing what you ask him to do. it should be nothing about his balance, but it should be because you've asked him to change his lead, you see, at will. And so that he's in your seat and he's going to be on the lead that you asked him to be on, not the lead he needs in order to catch his balance. Was that, any more questions about that? Was that clear? Anyone else have a question? Because anything you want to see or anything you would like to be demonstrated as we just did?